Hi everyone. Today we're going to discuss depression. So many people have depression, and we have to sort of look at it in a different way because we've been looking at it as something mysterious for a long time, and it really is something that we have control over. Why do you think we have depression, very bad depression on some days, and some days it may be lighter where we're able to cope and function? Well, it really is about toxicity. We don't think about that. But to me, depression has to do with waste building in the brain, the environment around the cells in the brain becoming toxic. In 2015, again, they found lymphatic vessels in the brain. So we know there is a direct relationship between the lymphatic system and the brain. And remember, we have major lymph drains right here in our neck. And when we get tight in our shoulders, when we get dehydrated, again, it's one vessel that takes all the lymph in the head and the body. So it often gets congested. And when that happens, then lymph flow out of the head and out of the brain can become impeded or out of the body. So really, when we're a little bit acidic, when we're dehydrated, when we're basically overwhelmed and stressed, these things can make us acidic in our body. This impedes our lymphatic system, and then our brain can become filled up with protein. And really, I'd like to explain how this happens using Robin Williams. He was beloved by many people, and he had depression, severe depression, all his life. At the end, 3 months after he died, they found protein clumps in his brain, Lewy body dementia. So we have to start thinking about how if you have depression now, it may be a little bit of waste building in your brain. And that's something we have control over. Let me explain this. When I started doing this work, using the lymphatic system to clean the brain and the body, I told people, especially when I learned that we were acidic and we were storing waste, I told people, come on in. I want to experiment and do people 3 days in a row. So I would activate their lymphatic system 3 days in a row. And what I saw was really eye-opening. Some people would go home and say they felt really good. Some people would go home and say they slept for 14 hours. After the second session, they always felt a little bit better. But that night, they would get insomnia, they would get aggression or be cranky, and they would also get depression. Some people told me they got their worst depression that second night. And then the next day, it eased off and it went away. And what that shows me is that when I activate the lymphatic system, remember, the lymph system doesn't just take your garbage and waste and put it out into the recycle bin. It really just puts it right back into your blood, into your heart to go back out again. So when I activate the lymphatic system in people over a few days, I create more toxicity, meaning I'm making them toxic. And what did I see? I saw them get more depression. I saw them get aggression. I saw them not sleep. Many of them felt like they got the flu. But by the third day, they came in tired, but they said that episode of feeling so bad was gone already. So what I believe is that most of us, when we're having depression or anxiety or stress, we're getting toxic in our brain. So we have to start looking at ways to activate this system so that we can improve circulation through the brain. Now, this is something we have control over. Exercise helps to improve circulation through the brain. A more alkaline diet of fruits, vegetables, and alkaline nuts helps to improve circulation in the body. Because when we're acidic, our body constricts, right? And it can't flow as well. Same thing happens in our brain. In Alzheimer's, where they know it's about B-amyloid plaque building in the brain shrinks like a raisin, lack of circulation. So what can we do to help our brain if we have depression? Number one, get lymphatic therapy. And if you can't find a lymphatic therapist, because, if you're out not in a big city, you may not be able to find them, get a few massages. And don't just do it once a week. You may have to start once a week and then do 2 in a week to sort of get your circulation going. Add an Epsom salt bath or taking more magnesium to make the body more alkaline. So again, we have control over this, but the biggest thing is to understand is that the lymph system must drain the brain. So if we're not feeling well, if we're just, again, you feel toxic in your brain when we have depression. So again, I've seen many people feel intense depression and the next day it would go away. Now, I'm not saying that if you have bad depression, just a few lymphatic treatments is going to make you feel better. But it's going to begin the process of cleaning your brain so that as you begin to put in a healthier diet, put in some alkaline supplements, and get some lymphatic drainage, you'll start to see a difference as your brain becomes, again, less congested and toxic. So there are many ways that I can help you. I can coach people anywhere around the world. We use Skype, we use a phone. I see people in Scottsdale, Arizona. If you haven't had one of my lymphatic sessions, I guarantee you will see a big difference in how you feel after the first session. And my sessions are fully closed. And then there's also, again, my book. My book is life-changing. I get emails from people from all over the place telling me, thank you for the book. Why aren't people talking about the lymphatic system? Because it's missed in medicine. So again, if you need some help understanding the lymph-brain connection on how you can help your brain and how you feel, contact me at johnossipinsky.com. Thank you.